Staring at herself in the mirror on the restroom door.
Hey there and welcome to a new video. Namhlanje I'm going to be talking about my experience getting the Mirena IUD. But first things first, let me just tell you a little bit about my history with contraceptives. So I took my very first contraceptives when I was in grade 11 and it was the pill. Now, that was a little bit of a funny story. I got into a huge argument with the nurse at that clinic because she wanted me to take the injection and I wanted the pill. I didn't really know what was what or which one was better or what to take, but I really didn't like a comment that she had made about the injection, so I just wasn't interested in it at all after she made that comment, that I'm used to more painful things. So I just took the pill and I left. I'm not even sure if I went back to that clinic, but that was the very first time that I got on contraceptives. I wasn't really consistent until about later on in my matric year, when the person that I was with then made a comment about us possibly having a baby so that I can go to varsity and be pregnant when I'm in varsity and stuff. And then I got on contraceptives for real this time. I don't even remember where I went to get them, but I know that I was basically on contraceptives from later on in my matric year until all through varsity, meeting my husband, throughout most of our relationship until about a year before we had a baby. Yeah, the different contraceptives that I've tried in the pill. When I got to varsity, I think I tried like 3 different types of pills. The side effects were just a lot. I didn't like being on the pill. The main issue that I had was recurring yeast infections, and a GP that I went to said that that isn't possible. It wasn't happening because of the pill, but what I know is that the moment that I stopped taking the pill, the recurring yeast infections stopped as well. And then I tried the 2-month injection. Also didn't like that. I would bleed a lot, a whole lot of spotting throughout the entire time that I was on it. And then I eventually settled on the 3-month injection. There were 2 types of 3-month injections that I tried. I liked both of them. The only thing that was an issue was an extremely low libido. And when I say low, I mean non-existent in J. So yeah, that's actually why I decided to take a break off of contraceptives in 2020. I was tracking my periods. At first it was manually and then it was through the app Flow, so I kind of had a guesstimate of when I was ovulating and we'd be careful around that time. But yeah, that's basically my history with trying to prevent a pregnancy. So then I'm pregnant and I started to think about the fact that I really don't want to have more kids anytime soon. And for this soon, I really don't know what that amount of time is. It could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. I don't know, so don't ask. And yes, like for real. But I know that right now, it's not even something that I'm thinking about having another kid. And it's not something that I'm willing to entertain. So I'm definitely going to have to get on a contraceptive after I give birth. My doctor and I didn't really even discuss contraceptives until about 2 days after I'd given birth. And I was being discharged. I think I got discharged on day 3, but I was being discharged and she's basically, okay, what are you going to do now? What's your plan? I was like, I don't really have a plan. What do you suggest? And she basically just ran me through the different options. She obviously knew my history with all of them, and then we basically settled that I would either maybe think about getting the patch, the IUD, and possibly also the 3-month injection. She did give me another 3-month injection then, so that I could have some time to think about it. And then, but the plan was that at my 6-week appointment, I need to have decided, so that if I decide to get the patch with the IUD, then and see her for my 6-week appointment, we can then insert that. But I forgot about that. Like 6 weeks postpartum was just a whirlwind. I completely forgot about it. When I went to my 6-week appointment, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I had to let you know. And we just decided that she's going to give me a prescription for the IUD. I'd already decided on the IUD, but I just forgot to let her know. So she gave me a prescription for the IUD, and then I set an appointment to go back to her office and have it inserted. When it was around the time, like maybe 2 weeks before that appointment, I had a pregnancy scare. I'm like, I think I'm pregnant. That's also why I don't like being on contraceptives, because every month I think I'm pregnant. Every month I think I'm pregnant. Like every month when I have sex around my ovulation time, I think I'm pregnant. So I don't like not being on contraceptives. It's like I'm always paranoid. So yeah. And also at that time I wasn't having regular periods, so I didn't even know if I was ovulating or if I wasn't ovulating. I didn't know what was going on, but I had a little bit of a pregnancy scare. So I said to her that I'm going to postpone the appointment and have it a little bit later, just so that I can do a pregnancy test, because it was too early for me to do a pregnancy test then. So that I can do a pregnancy test and then like at home, and then if all is well, then I'm going to come in and have it inserted. So that's basically what happened. I rescheduled, and then my appointment came. I was extremely nervous, and I tried not to watch too many videos. I didn't really read up on it too much. I had in the past, but the time leading up to my appointment, I told myself that I'm not going to watch any videos. I'm not going to do too much research, because that can sometimes freak me out. And I had done that in the past, so I didn't need to now overload myself with all of this information again. So I went in and I just tried to be as calm as possible. Now what I had to do is that with the prescription, I was supposed to go get the IUD. So I got that at Clicks. My husband actually brought it home, and also it came with 2 pills. Now these pills were to be inserted down there, and the pills were actually to soften the cervix. So I think when I got to her office, I was super early. My appointment was at 11:45, but I thought it was at 11:15. So I got there like 11:45. So I was like super early. But I sat there, got some work done, and then I eventually went into her office. And then we just caught up a little bit, and then I went into the consulting room. It's not a consulting room, into a room. And I was told to lie down. She took out the pills, then she inserted the Mirena. It was such a seamless process. I was freaking out for nothing, but I really tried to stay calm. There was absolutely no pain. By the time that she said that she's done, I was like, what? Are you done already? It was so quick. It was super quick. She literally took out the pills. She fiddled with the box and the Mirena. And then I thought she was still opening me up. Kandi, when she was opening me up, there was a pinching sensation. She was actually inserting the Mirena at that time. It was uncomfortable. It was seamless. It was pain-free. Or for me, it was seamless. It was pain-free. While she was doing it, I just breathed through it. And there was really nothing to it. So then we went back into her consulting room, at her desk, and then she just told me that I can be spotting or have cramps for about 3 to 6 months, and that I need to come back in 6 weeks to see if it is still just after she had inserted it, she used the ultrasound to look inside if everything is okay and if it's sitting correctly. So I need to come back in 6 weeks to check that everything is still okay. Fine. So I haven't finished the whole 6 weeks yet, but it's been almost a month, and yeah. Let's just say when I walked out of that office and went into the car, I started feeling the cramps almost immediately after I sat down, in the car to drive back home. Yay! But at first, man, it wasn't intense. It wasn't intense. It was just, I can feel something. It's like period pains. But by the time that I got home, those cramps were crazy. Ne? But still, I can crazy, because I feel like if I say crazy, then it's not going to make sense when I say that the cramps continued and they hurt even more. Yeah. But see, the cramps were by the time that I got home, the pain had increased quite significantly. And I had intended on actually going from her offices to Pick and Pay, but I was like, I can't stop at Pick and Pay because I don't know if I'm going to have the strength to stop, get out of the car, walk into the Pick and Pay, walk back out and drive again to drive home. I was like, let me go straight home. And I came straight home, got into bed. I still had work to do, so I was still working, but I took some pain pills and I got into bed, and that is how I was for the rest of the day because of those cramps. They did get a little bit better after I took the pain meds, and they lasted. I got the procedure done on Thursday and they lasted Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the cramps had gotten a lot better. They weren't as intense as they were on that Thursday. I'm living my life. The other side effect that I noticed is just an excess amount of it discharge. Same consistency that you would usually have, just a lot more. There was nothing. The only thing that was alarming is that the discharge was like a lot more. I know this is a bit TMI, but yeah, there was just a lot of it. But it still looked normal. Didn't smell funny or anything. There was just a lot of it. A lot more than usual. And then that's a week, the first week or so, actually the first couple of weeks or so, and then I had my period. Today is day 6 of my period, and this is one of the most painful periods I've ever had. Usually I would have period pains in the past, like before I was pregnant. I would have my periods last for about 7 days, and I would have period pains maybe on day 1 and 2. But by day 3, right, there's nothing. It's day 6 and I've had period pains since the day before my period started. And they were pretty bad. Started on one side and then shifted to another side, and then just my whole, just that area, my period pains has been hurting since. Today's a better day, hence I'm able to shoot this video. But yeah, but it's a lot better today. Actually, my night it's a better day. It's a lot better today. I can function. I'm not in bed, but it has been hectic. I couldn't even go to an offsite meeting yesterday because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Like I just can't. Rather than to be comfortable, to be warm, to be in bed if I need to be in bed. But the pains have been hectic. So what people say about increased pain when it comes to the Mirena is definitely true, or it's at least very true for me. It's been very true for me. The periods that I've had while on the Mirena, the first period that I've had while on the Mirena has been insane. That's what I'm gonna say. The cramps had actually eased up and gone away before I had my period, and then they've just been crazy. I don't remember having such painful periods. I used to get period pains, but not this much and not for so long. So that's a little bit of a downer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this every month. That's the only thing that I'm thinking. But I think I'm going to try next month, and I'm going to get like proper period medication, like period pain medication. I don't know, Nurofen or something. I don't know what I can get. Maybe if you have any suggestions, comment down below, please. Any suggestions for me, and I'll take that. But yeah, that has been intense. But I'm glad that my periods are coming to an end, and I'll see if the cramps continue after that as well. But they shouldn't, because before the periods I didn't have such intense cramps. So yeah. So on how it goes, I'll definitely let you know if I decide to keep this. I am currently considering taking it out, especially I have to start working in the office again. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm going to go at least 1 more month with probably better pain management, and then I'm going to see how that goes. And if I'm able to manage the pain next month, then I'll keep it for another month. If I'm not, then I might just schedule to get it taken out because the pain is honestly that bad. When it's bad, it's really bad, but it comes and goes. It's not like it's just painful the whole day. It comes and goes. So I just think maybe I didn't really have like proper pain management this month. So maybe if I get proper pain meds and just you know, research based on how I can deal with the pain, but we'll see how next month goes, and then I'll take it from there. But elaborate now. But you know, the process of getting it inserted there was no pain involved. Yeah, would I get it again? When I walked out of the office after getting it, I was like, yes, definitely, I would totally do this again. Now I'm not sure. I'm even considering taking it out. But so one, how it goes, like I've been saying. Okay, so just wanted to touch on the cost of getting the Mirena. The Mirena and the pills that I got, I paid 3.5 for that. And then obviously for my consultation with my gynae, I think you can also get it inserted at a GP or like at like a clinic or Discam, but just ask. But I think you can get it inserted by the sisters there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.